Good day to our soon-to-be Axia homeowner. Here is a complete guide on how to reserve your new Axia home. Step 1. Choose your preferred unit. Your sales agent will coordinate with the Axia sales team representative for holding and documentation purposes. Holding of unit is 2 days only. You must prepare the reservation requirements within this period. For some Axia projects, however, you must first email complete initial requirements before holding. No holding of units without email documents. You will be advised of what applies for your chosen project. Step 2. Fill out reservation agreement form and online buyer information sheet. Email will be sent for verification of BIS form. Step 3. Prepare all reservation requirements for locally employed. Proof of identification. Photocopy of valid IDs with 3 specimen signatures. The following must be visible: complete name, photo, birth date, and signature. Photocopy of birth certificate or marriage certificate if married. Screenshot of verified TIN, accessible through BIR website. Proof of billing. Latest water or electricity bill at least 3 months from reservation date. If water or electric bill is not under your name, please secure either barangay clearance or residence certificate, certification of owner with valid ID, or affidavit for proof of billing. Proof of income. Latest 3 months payslip showing basic monthly income and fixed meal allowance. Gross monthly income must not be lower than 30% of monthly amortization. Certificate of employment with compensation showing basic monthly income and breakdown of allowances. For bank loan, minimum basic income of borrower must be 30,000 pesos. If your income is insufficient, you may have a co-borrower, preferably a relative who will be equally responsible to repay the loan. The co-borrower must submit all reservation requirements as well. If Pag-ibig loan, screenshot of virtual Pag-ibig records showing housing loan records and membership savings with minimum of 24 months up-to-date contribution in Pag-ibig under current employer. This is accessible through the Pag-ibig Fund website. If with existing housing loan, latest statement of account and summary are required. Requirements for overseas Filipino workers. Proof of identification. Photocopy of latest passport with 3 specimen signatures. Photocopy of additional Philippine government-issued ID with 3 specimen signatures. The following must be visible: complete name, photo, birth date, and signature. If bank loan, photocopy of birth certificate or marriage certificate if married. Working or resident permit of country of work. Ikama for Middle East countries. Seaman's book for seafarer if seaman. Screenshot of verified TIN, accessible through BIR website. Proof of income. Latest certificate of employment with compensation. Latest salary certificate with company letterhead showing employer's name, business address, email address, and contact number. Latest employment contract. If employment contract is expired but currently resides in country of work, submit the following: old contract for at least 2 years, and request letter promising submission of new contract within 2 months from reservation date and stating sufficient required income. If no contract because direct hired, submit the following: latest consularized certificate of employment with compensation verified by Pag-ibig Overseas Program abroad. Letterhead with employer's name must be used, showing business address, email address, and contact number. For domestic helpers, certificate of employment with compensation with employer's signature and photocopy of employer's record ID or passport. Latest working permit or active visa or resident ID if no working permit. If off-board seaman, submit the following: certification from agency for the next embarkation or copy of old contract. Request letter promising submission of new contract within 3 months from reservation date. Passport with entry/exit stamp at seaman's book. If your income is insufficient, you may have a co-borrower, preferably a relative, who will be equally responsible to repay the loan. The co-borrower must submit all reservation requirements as well. If Pag-ibig loan, screenshot of virtual Pag-ibig records showing housing loan records and membership savings. You must have minimum of 24 months up-to-date contribution in Pag-ibig under Pag-ibig Overseas Program Savings or individual payor. Note that if with existing housing loan, latest statement of account and summary are required. Special Power of Attorney. SPA is a legal document used in the Philippines which allows another person to act and decide on your behalf. The SPA form must be submitted after 2 months of paying your equity balance so that once your account is matured for loan processing, your attorney in fact is the one who will be in charge on your behalf. There are 2 types of SPA. 1. Notarized SPA. This is issued if you are still currently in the Philippines. SPA must be notarized with attached copy of passport with arrival and departure stamp as proof that you are in the Philippines upon execution of local SPA together with Please note that there are specific Pag-ibig or bank SPA forms that must be used and will only be accepted. You must submit 4 sets of notarized SPA and original completely filled out and signed SPA forms without erasures. Any erasure must be countersigned by the notary public with full name and signature. This also applies if with co-borrower. If with spouse, with marital consent is his or her portion. 2. Consularized SPA. This is issued if you and/or your co-borrower are outside the Philippines. You must submit 4 original and completely filled out and signed SPA forms, 1 form attached to the consularized SPA, and 3 other forms as required extra copies. If you and your spouse are abroad, both must submit SPA. Also, please note that if you reserve more than 1 account, each unit should have its own SPA. Print the SPA back-to-back on paper. Prepare all reservation requirements for self-employed. Proof of identification. Photocopy of valid IDs with 3 specimen signatures. Submit valid ID of spouse if married. The following must be visible: complete name, photo, birth date, and signature. Photocopy of birth certificate or marriage certificate if married. Screenshot of verified TIN, accessible through BIR website. Proof of billing. Latest water or electricity bill at least 3 months from reservation date. If water or electric bill is not under your name, please secure either barangay clearance or residence certificate, certification of owner with valid ID, or affidavit for proof of billing. Proof of income. Required minimum years in business for Pag-ibig loan is 1 year, and for bank loan, 3 years. If freelancer, you must be a practicing professional for at least 3 years. At least 1 year income tax return, or ITR, with audited financial statement. Mayor's permit and DTI, business permit and other documents pertinent to your business. Filled out and signed forfeiture agreement and waiver. If Pag-ibig loan, screenshot of virtual Pag-ibig records, showing housing loan records and membership savings with minimum of 24 months contribution in Pag-ibig. This is accessible through the Pag-ibig Fund website. Note that if with existing housing loan, Latest statement of account and summary are required. 4. Once all are collected, email the documents to the email address of the designated Axia sales admin, copy furnished sales agent together with the following: clear photos of accomplished and signed RA form, soft copy of fully filled out and signed buyer information sheet, signed computation sheet, sketch of home address, signed Data Privacy Act form, filled up health statement form. For documents not yet available, submit a promissory note or request letter promising submission of documents within 45 days from reservation agreement date. Step 5. Submitted documents will be evaluated by Axia Sales Admin for verification. You and the sales agent will be notified of verified reservation. Step 6. Once screened and validated, Axia sales team will provide reservation payment details, which can be paid through GCash or BDO direct deposit. Reservation fee is non-refundable. If you withdraw for whatever reason, reservation fee will be forfeited. Step 7. Email proof of payment to the Axia sales team. Step 8. Axia sales team will issue provisional receipt via email. Please take note that you must be issued a provisional receipt from Axia for the transaction to be considered official. Step 9. Submit the other required documents stated on their promissory note within 45 days, such as virtual pag-ibig records, verified TIN, and original signed set of reservation agreement. For further assistance on the reservation process, you may reach out to our authorized Axia sales agents and to our Axia sales team representatives.